Hey Scorpio, this is Mama TPG with One Love, One Light Tarot. Welcome to your energy reading. I'm going to get started with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit, get a couple of those. I am going to read the description in the guidebook. Kim Kranz did a beautiful job of putting into words the kind of essence and spirit of each particular animal on the card, and I just really wanted to share that part with you. All right, so let's get started. Spirit, which animal represents the energy of Scorpio right now? And we have the bat. I feel like, was it Sagittarius that got this one? And this is air, so you may be dealing with the air sign, but I feel like this is you right now. Any others for Scorpio? And we have the tarantula. Okay, and that is fire. So again, you could be dealing with a fire sign, or this is just you, which is what I think. So let's see what it says here. The bat. I'll try not to take too long, but the cards aren't numbered or in alphabetical order, so it's a little bit not quick to find. Okay, so bat. Darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses, of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns, no more lingering in the past. So it says, when in balance, accepts, adapts, and adjusts, and when out of balance, refuses to let go or reminisces. And this is very much closely linked with, Scorpio, the death card. So I feel like this is right on the money here. So let's see what tarantula. Here we go. Tarantula, at a crossroad, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. So when in balance follows intuition, when out of balance hesitates and over-intellectualizes. All right, so this makes sense. Like there's a major kind of ending and a new beginning, and you're right at that, like, in between that precipice of, going through this transition and, taking those first steps of your new beginnings. So let's see here. Spirit, what is the current situation for Scorpio? And we have the Fool. Exactly. So we're talking about, those first steps, that step into your new direction. And this could be a more profound path that you're looking at, your life's purpose. What is the challenge for Scorpio? And we have the Seven of Swords. What's the advice for Scorpio? We have the World. And the outcome. We have the Four of Wands. Okay. Okay, so the Fool is that innocent, that child that is taking that first step, not knowing if they'll fall, knowing they may have challenges, but feeling protected and led like by instinct and understanding that they have to take that path, and it's going to be new and exciting, and it's a leap of faith in a sense. This is like that, like a baby bird that jumps off the limb. Kind of looks like a duck or a swan, but I think it's supposed to symbolize, they don't know they can fly, but they jump off anyways, and sometimes they hit the ground, but that's just nature, right? So I feel like you are being protected to move forward, and you're right at that. It may be a crossroads. Maybe there's a decision that needs to be made before you can really take that step. But it could be a mental decision of just trusting your intuition and trusting the divine to guide you. So in the challenge position, this is the Seven of Swords, and this could be about either someone deceiving you, or this could be you deceiving yourself, and you're feeling very protected. And I feel like that could be what's keeping you from taking that leap. So we'll get some clarification, but this also could be about strategy, and maybe, maybe that's the part, right, where you're having a challenge trying to come up with a strategy, and the universe is saying, don't come up with a strategy, take the leap of faith, and we will reveal the path to you while you are protected and guided, right? All right, so the advice from Spirit is the world, and the world is about the culmination of looking at all the experience that you went through on, say, the last cycle, and now you're back at the Fool, but remembering that you get to bring all of that knowledge, all of those challenges that you overcame, those are lessons that you've learned, and it's, bring that into this next step. And this is really about, the world can be about fulfilling that life purpose. It can also be, more surface level and be about travel, about traveling the world, or about really seeing things from a much higher perspective, seeing things as part of the whole, as far as, the whole collective. But we'll get clarification, see where this is going. So the outcome is the Four of Wands, and this is talking about, well, usually for me, this is talking about a marriage, but it could just be talking about a huge milestone in your life, in your career, in your relationship, maybe taking the next major step in a relationship. It could also be talking about, the stability, the happy home. So let's see what we can clarify here. Spirit, why is the Fool here for Scorpio? And we have the Six of Cups, memories of love. So this could be about a returning relationship, and feeling hesitant, feeling like you may have been deceived in the past, and someone's returning saying, I've changed, and, leap forward with me. Could be about, starting a family. It could be definitely about, some hesitant to, think about bringing children, because Six of Cups can definitely talk about children. It can talk about, a relationship being a soulmate relationship, having that deep bond. Let's see what else we get here. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Scorpio? And we have Triumph, the Chariot, which is could be Cancer. And so this is really about, driving forward, knowing you're going to have the victory. So I feel like that's what's really kind of holding you up on whatever this is, this whole new path. There's some that say that everyone's life purpose is simply to love and be loved, right? And so I feel like if there's anything that's happened in the past to make you hesitant, to make you feel like you've been done wrong in the past, then it's going to be very difficult to charge forward, right? Okay, Have my cards upside down here. Spirit, why is the world here for Scorpio? And we have the Seven of Pentacles, patience and planning. So I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is sometimes about being feeling stuck or feeling like there's not enough movement happening. But it can also be about recognizing your own investment that you've had in a situation, recognizing that you've planted seeds and that, they take time to grow and that you have to nurture them. And I feel like what this is referring to is really harvesting those lessons that you learned from previous challenges in the past and being able to move forward now with that wisdom on a brand new path here. What is the Four of Wands trying to tell Scorpio here? And we have the Six of Swords, moving on. Okay. So it's possible that you could be moving on from a marriage. This could be, kind of recognizing that the relationship you're in, the marriage, it's time to move on your own. And that can be very scary. And it may be because you were deceived. It could also be, I definitely see this as being marriage and moving on to calmer waters. It could be about, I'm also seeing that if this is a marriage, it's about moving on to calmer waters within your marriage and looking back at what really brought you together in the first place and reigniting that spark that started it all, that kind of reminiscing that brings about a lot of healing. When you say, God, I don't even know why I'm with this person. Well, actually think about that and think about what did you love about them and have they changed? And if it might be as simple as saying to them, remember when you did this? And them also looking back and say, man, I really fell in love with that person the first time I met them. It's those type of things that make you realize that some of the other day-to-day stuff that goes on is really meaningless, even though it has caused things to drift apart or whatever. So that could be another scenario. I just know that this tarantula is hesitant to move forward, but in the end, their intuition, and this is cups energy, and about being very in tune with your intuition is going to lead you correctly. Spirit, what is the guidance that we have for Scorpio? And we have light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. So I feel like, there's something that, is really about being able to see what your real purpose is in this lifetime. What other guidance do we have? And we have starseed, raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. So we do have the world card, and we do have that falling out right on this Seven of Pentacles, which is all about planting seeds, on the world card. So I feel like there may be a calling that you're feeling to really be a part of healing people and bringing about the changes that are so desperately needed in the world today. So that could be a very specific message, but maybe it's a call for all of us to look, and bring light to the world, because both of these cards are really indicating bringing light to the world, to the planet. So there's no denying that. And, going from bat energy to tarantula, right? So I really see that being a distinct calling for you, Scorpio. So those are the messages that came through for you. I do appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care.